Now, for more on what makes May 1st exceptional here in France compared to other holidays, we can bring in Solange Mougin. Solange, great to see you. Lately, there's been a lot of discussion in regards to this holiday in particular, and there's one current bill in Parliament to loosen them. So talk us through who works on the 1st of May and who doesn't.
Well, really, that is the heart of the question, and it's not as clear-cut as it may seem, which is why there is currently a bill in Parliament that's been put forth to possibly change the rules around May 1st. But again, we're discussing a highly symbolic holiday, so it may not be that easy to pass. It is the Fête de Travail, or Labor Day, so altering the rules could be sort of seen as a slippery slope in regard to possibly walking back workers' rights. To break this down, we need to quickly dive into France's Code de Travail, or its labor laws, to explain why May 1st is the only one of France's 11 holidays that has a very special status. Then we'll talk about this debate that's currently going on why it's happening now and what this bill is about. And finally, we'll dive into how the month of May is special when it comes to all of its holidays and its pont or its bridges or extended weekends, and how that too could potentially change as they have before or as they have in other nations as well. But first, May 1st, and this very, very heavy, big red book, which is actually quite hard to find and get your hands on because most offices, including ours, they do online versions now. Nonetheless, Article 3133-4 says that May Day is a jour férié and chômé, or a holiday and a non-work day. Now, this may seem like a bit of a repetition, that it's a holiday and a non-work day, but from a legal and practical standpoint, there are differences. And again, May 1st is France's only holiday that has this mention of chômé, or not worked. The law says that you must receive your salary as if it were a work day, that your employer cannot ask you to work, or else they could pay a hefty fine of 750 euros or 1,500 euros if you are a minor. However, we are working today.
We are indeed.
We are indeed. So there are exceptions, and those exceptions are where the nature of the work cannot stop. Transportation, hotels, hospitals, media. And in those cases, employees get double pay, unlike on other holidays.
I wanted to know if you're taking off in May.
Not at all.
Impossible?
I worked in hospitals for my entire career. We were open.
I'm opening alone. The entire team, we're 9 employees, are off for the holiday.
Now, French law also states that you cannot keep business owners from working, unlike employees. So the florist that we just saw there, he owns his shop. And many florists actually do open on the 1st of May because there is a tradition of offering lily of the valley flowers as a good luck charm to celebrate spring as well. It's actually also a day where everyday citizens, they can sell a small quantity of these flowers on the streets without a permit. It's a bit of an exception as well there. So you see a lot of people in the streets in France making a little extra cash today, either for themselves or for charity.
Now, Solange, two French senators have introduced a bill to change or loosen the law when it comes to who works on the 1st of May. Why are they doing this now?
Well, the hubbub came about because of last year's May 1st, when work inspectors fined a handful of bakeries that opened on the 1st of May 2024. Now, the issue went to court, and last month the courts sided with the bakers. But nonetheless, the event brought to light the fact that there is not an exact established list of who can open and who cannot. Is it bakeries that just serve hospitals, or all bakeries, or shops that open on Sundays? This bill has proposed to specifically for bakeries and florists for them to open. But senators behind it also say other sectors could also be included. The idea that's being floated as well, that places that are open on Sundays could now open on May 1st. They could be added to the list, which has some people worrying that this could be a slippery slope in regard to labor rights. Labor unions are staunchly against changing the May 1st status, in part because of the symbolism of this day. Again, it commemorates the start of the workers' rights movement, which began in the United States in the 1880s and has since given us precious things like the 8-hour work week, vacations, decent working conditions. So labor unions here in France, they do not want this bill to walk walk back the exceptional nature of Labor Day, which could potentially, if it passes, take away some workers' rights. It's a tricky question, though, because there's this gray area in the law where there is no established list, but also there is the symbolism and the need to protect the specific day commemorating workers' rights.
Solange, I went through, how we've had protests and demonstrations taking place in countries around the world. But in France, many people go away for the May 1st holiday, especially when it means it's an extended weekend.
Yeah, there are a lot of holidays in May in France, and French people take advantage of them to go on vacation, to go see family, especially when they can do something called le pont, or the bridge, to have an extended weekend. And May 1st, May 8th, May 29th are on Thursdays this year. It's considered a grand cru, or an exceptional vintage, because many people take the Friday following the holiday, which you see circled in red there, to give them 4-day breaks. Now, employees, well, they generally love this.
It's always nice to work a little less in May.
I'm going to have 2 little 4-day weekends. It's really nice.
I'm taking advantage of it to go and see my family, and other than that, I'll try to work a little too.
I'm off from tonight until after the May 8th holiday. I took a few overtime days. It's nice to have them, so that's 12 consecutive days off.
Now, as much as I love Les Ponts, or the bridges, the long extended weekends and vacation days, as does most anyone, there are some calls to reassess the 11 national holidays in France, or at least 1 or 2 of them, or to potentially discuss their timing in the work week. From a fiscal standpoint, INSEE says that each holiday costs France around 1.5 billion euros. So the long weekends of May, well, they're thought to keep between 4 and 6 billion euros of money coming to the state. Now, already France has switched the holiday of the Pentecôte, or Pentecost, the Whit Monday, into a day of solidarity. It's a holiday people now work. They did this in 2005 to allow those funds to be used in solidarity after the 2003 heat wave. But now, with the tightening of the government's purse strings, there are again calls, as there often are, to do this again. The question is, which holiday? Would people accept this?
That's $1 million question.
Yeah, other nations, though, have done it. Portugal got rid of 4 holidays in 2012 amid their financial crisis, but then restored them 4 years later. Spain is currently experimenting with keeping the number of long weekends to a minimum by changing the days of the week that people have off. Other nations, though, like Japan and Argentina, well, they've gone in the complete opposite direction. For them, when a holiday falls on a weekend, well, they get the Monday off.
That's very nice.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Solange, thank you very much for that, and happy May Day. I should have said that to you at the start, but I'm a bad colleague. But happy May Day nonetheless, and thank you for breaking that down.